much. Thank you so much. Now, it's amazing to see you all here in the room with us. So thank you so much for being here tonight. My name is Hajé Yacoubi, and this is Dylan Ahern. And together we're part of a Dutch organization called the Kiesmannen, which is all about boosting political engagement through culture. But more than that, the most special role that Dylan and I have today is the honorary one of being your hosts.
And for this event, we have live interpretation in 24 official EU languages. So whether you're watching online through the web stream or EBS, or in the room, you can listen to this session in any of your favorite language. Obviously, for those watching online, conventional data protection rules apply. If you have any questions about that, please approach someone of the team. But if you're in here with us in the room, you can, just like members of European Parliament, put on the headset right in front of you and choose one of your favorite EU languages. You can see the interpreters around you sitting ready for you to talk to you in your ears. Now, also there is real-time speech-to-text interpretation, transcription. If you want to, if you need to, please scan the QR code on the screen here or on any of the doors on the poster in the back. Also this available in any of the 24 EU languages.
Yeah, because you really do not want to miss what is going to be shared here with us tonight, because today these seats in the room are occupied by citizens from across Europe as well as their elected representatives. So we have members of European Parliament with us, and all of you together have had the opportunity to watch and rate the nominees that we will see tonight and also select the laureate of tonight's ceremony.
Yes, so tonight we are not only celebrating European cinema, European culture, but of course also European democracy and European values in this beautiful house. Because what sets democracies apart from other regimes is that it allows us to create, to play, to imagine a different world, to imagine and portray different, alternative, maybe even better societies that we live in today, without the fear of being silenced, being censored or being prosecuted.
Yeah, and what better place to do that than right here at the LUX Audience Awards, where we have citizens from across Europe that voted for the movies, we have members of European Parliament that voted for the movies, that watched them all together, and the winning result is determined finally by 50% of European citizens' vote and 50% by a vote from members of European Parliament.
And we're very happy to have at least one, but there's more European Parliament members here, but a very special one. She is namely the first Vice President of the European Parliament. She is also responsible for the organization of the LUX Award nowadays. And even before that, she was already chair of the Committee on Culture and Education. She is with us here today, and I'm talking, of course, about Miss Sabine Verheijen.
Yeah, so indeed a big round of applause. We're happy to have her. Now, I really don't have much to add to what Dylan has said. In other words, basically what you're saying is that it is unmistakable that Ms. Verheijen has really been a driving force behind the LUX Audience Award for many years. Her commitment to European cinema and engagement to it has been unwavering. So I would say, I think I speak for more than just us here, that we are more than delighted to go and join her for a short exchange. So while I go and walk over, maybe once more have the biggest round of applause for our Vice President, Sabine Verheijen. Vice President Verheijen, welcome. It's amazing to have you here with us. I mean, we have a room full of cinema lovers. We have producers, actors, so many people with us. It really has been an amazing year for European cinema. So I was curious to hear from you, what has been the highlight for you so far looking at this year?
This year for me it was very important that we have the first time the SDH subtitling for deaf and hard of hearing, and that fits very well to one of the movies we had in our selection. The quality and the diversity of the nominated films was absolutely excellent, and there I want also to say thank you to the jury who selected these wonderful movies, and it was even translated into Spanish Sign Language and Farsi, and that was 8 languages were spoken in the different movies, and that was really a symbol of diversity we have in our European Union, and in our European cultures. That was amazing. And thank you for the hard work also to DG Trat, because our Director General for translation made all this wonderful work, the subtitling and everything. And I think this time, with the first time having the SDH subtitling, was really a special year. And thank you for all that. And for me, it's really amazing to make these movies really accessible to everyone in Europe, and the subtitling, and especially also the subtitling for the deaf and hard of hearing is so important to really let all the people participate in these wonderful movies.
I think your excitement goes to speak for itself, but you're so right. It is going to be such a suspenseful evening, because we have 5 impeccable movies that are in a lineup. So in that sense, if you see like the 5 nominated films that we have this year, what has struck you the most from them?
For me, it was one of the most important thing that the stories that were told all shows a sense of community, of belonging together, relying to each other, being held in a community. It was in every movie in a different way, but to know that if we stand together, we can reach much more things, that we can come forward, that we are held by our partners. I think that is really a very important sign. And in the very different stories we saw in the movies, this was always important, that family, friends, standing together, that the boundaries that we have there and the bondage that is there is so important for us in our society. And that's also a wonderful symbol for Europe.
Yeah, I love how you say that. And I mean, when you talk about sort of like coming together, it's also inherently what these movies do. I mean, people go and sit down together to sort of watch them. There have been many screenings in the lead up to this LUX Audience Award. You have also organized one yourself, Vice President Verheyen, in your hometown Aachen in Germany. Can you tell us a bit more about it? What was it like that day?
Yeah, we do it since several years. We make a LUX Audience Award European Film Sunday. We just can select 3 of the movies. It's always a difficulty to have on one day 5 movies, so we have to make a kind of pre-selection. I know that's perhaps not fair, but we also promote the other movies who are not in our selection. And what is important for me in the breaks between the different movies, there's always a space to exchange, to talk about what the story tells us, what's about Europe, what's about the future of Europe. Cinema is more than just sitting down like in your living room in front of the TV, sitting down and watch a movie, consuming a movie. It's also exchange. It's having a common experience, a story and a film together with others and exchange about that. And the cinema where I do it in Aachen is a very special one. It's an old cinema that is renovated with a bar in front of the screen, so that you really have the opportunity to talk and exchange in between the movies about what you have seen and what it means to you. And this exchange is what we need. Exchange about European values and about the stories we are telling about our lives in the movies.
I love that. I saw a lot of excited faces, Vice President, so I think you can expect a lot of people from this room to be there next year as well in Aachen. I would like to have that. You would like that. So you're all invited, everyone. Keep it sharp. Once more, a big round of applause, everyone, for Sabine Verheyen, our Vice President. Thank you so much.
Now, what's cinema again without music? We already got really treated in the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes even, by our amazing musicians, and we'll get to hear another piece right now. It is from Astor Piazzolla, and the song is called Oblivion. Please give it up for our 3 musicians, please. Christophe Delport, Ronnie Venta, Adrien Tiberghien. That was absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for now. I'm going to tell you a little story about the amazing award that we're going to see in a minute or so. Because it's called the LUX Audience Award. But why is it called this way? Maybe some of you will know. Lux means light in Latin, which also means lumière in French. And the story goes that it was, of course, the Lumière brothers who invented cinema about 130 years ago. So this is maybe a little bit of a wink of the eye towards that spectacle. And I think I already see a flicker of light in my eye.
I think I see so too, Dylan. There in the back of the room, we can see the light entering. The trophy, everybody, is about to enter the room. So I would say, yeah, you may give a big round of applause. There it is, the LUX Audience Award trophy. Now, let me tell you something about the design of this trophy. Now, this trophy is intended to represent a positive version of the Babel Tower. So, despite the fact that we as European citizens don't all speak the same language, we do share the same values. And the idea behind this trophy is to symbolize precisely that. It is to symbolize our multilingualism as Europeans, our cultural diversity, and to also, like European films do, with a little flickering light that we see from the trophy, to make sure that we critically reflect all together on those values that we share.
Thank you so much. I wouldn't dare to bring that in, so thank you so much for this precious
Be
job.
thinking about not dropping it.
As the spirit of film is back into this House of Democracy, I think it's more than time that we introduce the main protagonist of tonight. Correct? Who's ready? Yes. Will I, without further ado, indeed, welcome none other than first and foremost, maybe also the chair of the European Parliament Committee for Culture and Education. Please welcome Nela Riel.
Then also present with us in the room, Ms. Nela Riel, welcome.
Also present with us in the room, we're going to introduce the other protagonists here of tonight, starting with the film, representing the film Christy. Please welcome producer Meredith Duff and actor Dermot Noy.
And we're also going to give a very warm welcome to the representatives of the movie Deaf. Give it up for Eva Libertad and producer Nuria Munoz Ortiz. A big round of applause for them as well.
Please join us in welcoming the film It Was Just an Accident, produced in Iran and France. Give it a warm applause, please.
Then, representing Love Me Tender, may we have a big round of applause, everyone, for producers Raphael Deloche and Rachel Kahn.
And then, representing Sentimental Value, please welcome producer Maria Ekerhoft.
Now, before we go over to speak with Mrs. Nela Riel, it's also important to thank a couple of people, because the LUX Audience Award is not a project by the Parliament only. Its success is really also dependent on the cooperation and support that it gets from all its partners. And that is why we also want to say a really big thank you to the European Film Academy, the European Commission, and for Europa Cinemas Network. Please give them a big round of applause, everyone. And there is one person in particular who deserves a very special thank you. I already see him sitting, Mike Downey. He is the honorary president of the LUX Audience Award selection panel, who has the most difficult job, because he has the incredibly, I would say, impossible job of selecting the 5 nominated films out of more than 40 films that have been initially proposed. So please give him a big round of applause as well. Mike, thank you so much.
representing also It Was Just an Accident. He made it. We're so happy that you're here. Mr. Philippe Martin. And last but not least, we'd also like to acknowledge the 27 young talents, young film professionals from across the EU who've been really tirelessly working to promote all the different amazing films that are part of the LUX Audience Award this year. It's also a big, big round of applause for them. Thank you so much. Ms. Nela Riel, the chair of the Culture and Education Committee. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here tonight.
Yes, you have a special role, of course, of co-organizing this amazing award again. I'd like to kick off with a bigger question I asked before to the whole audience. What role does cinema currently play in Europe?
An incredibly important role. I don't know how you felt watching all the movies. To me personally, it was like I couldn't be at home and just watch them for myself and then, done. But I needed to talk to people. I needed to talk to my family, to my friends about what I just saw. And that means it got me into a conversation with people. Because I was personally being exposed to views, I would say, that I sometimes didn't share, to narratives that were new to me. So it really had me critical thinking of my own life. It had also me questioning my own life in parts. So I do think that cinema and movies especially are a room to connect. And then talking about cinemas especially, it's also really places where we actually meet each other. And that's very new, or not new, but it's very rare in this very digital world, of course, that we all know. We used to sit at home watching our smartphones and not really connect to people. So this is what cinema is about to me. I do think, and that you will all share, I hope so, this opinion. In this world that we live in right now, it's more crucial than ever that we safeguard this place where we share our European stories. We still, tell them this is our European way of life. Which means engaging with others, which is inclusive, which is diverse, and that I do think really showcases in cinemas.
So the role of cinema is super important for European democracy, I hear you saying. Now, the European Commission has proposed to double the funding for the Creative Europe program, from which many European films are funded. I believe also some of the nominated films. Now, that sounds amazing. Let's start off with that. I mean, for the coming 7 years.
It does.
Some people say still it is not enough. What do you say to that?
That's exactly what I say. I say it sounds amazing. I do say it's not enough, of course. So, of course, we really much, as a European Parliament, we welcome this proposal. But it's not enough to actually, what I just meant, safeguard European democracy, because this is not, culture is not a luxury. This is not just a cultural choice. It does mean investing in democracy. So we need more. That is what we as a European Parliament will be fighting for. Not everybody will like that, but I do think it's super important to make sure that European artists, first of all, for example, can make a living off their art. That we really tell a diverse story, that there's no one, telling us which stories are meant to be heard. And maybe as a last point, and maybe this might be new to some people, it's also about visibility. Maybe we as a European Union need to start investing in visibility, because findability is really also a big problem for all these great European films that are being produced.
So it is going to be doubled, but who knows, maybe even more. Next year is the 20th birthday of the LUX Audience Award, so a big celebration time. What are you looking forward to, and what's the future for the LUX Award?
As you said, I'm totally excited for the celebration. I can't wait. That's absolutely amazing. For the European Parliament, I think the LUX Award always meant connecting not only to the artists, but also to citizens. And I'm very happy that we have citizens here today from all over Europe, because for us, this is also a way to engage with citizens, to hear their critical voices. And I hope that we will be able next year to make the LUX Award even bigger, to have even more people interacting with us, interacting with the artists. So that is what it's all going to be about for us.
It's a full house now, but let's see what we can achieve next year. Thank you so much, Chair Nela Riel.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, before we go over to presenting the 5 amazing nominated films that we have for tonight, Dylan and I thought that it might be fun to get a bit of a feel as to who is in the room here with us today. And to do that, to see who we have as amazing guests with us, we have devised a little game for you. It's really easy, it's really straightforward, nothing difficult, folks. In a little bit, we're going to ask all of you to stand up if you can. If you cannot stand, if you're less mobile, feel free to participate by keeping your hand raised during the game. But we're going to do a dropout race to see who the biggest cinema lover is in our midst. And I'm scanning the room, and I think that that is going to be a difficult competition.
You
Who
can already
thinks-
appoint someone you think is
yeah,
going to win.
who thinks that they are going to win this game? Can I just see some hands? Oh, I see
Yeah,
some people that
yeah.
are already confident. Okay, well, we're going to play the game, so I'm going to ask all of you to stand up.
Raise
and
your
if you
hand.
cannot stand up, raise your hand. Okay, very well, folks. Keep those knees oiled. Keep everybody sharp. Shh. Okay. Listen very closely. I am going to ask you to keep on standing, so remain standing, if during the last 12 months you have been to the movies more than 12 times. So that's once a month. Okay, some people drop off. Oh, that's a lot of people that dropped out. Okay. Shh. We continue. Remain standing if you have been to the movies more than 20 times in the last year. More than 20 times. Okay? Who says more than 30 times? Remain standing if you have been to the movies more than 30 times.
We have some serious cinema lovers.
Yeah, we have some really good cinema lovers. I see some of our citizens representatives also smirking. Shh. Okay, we have a very cool room because you guys love cinema, which is amazing. So I'm going to make it really difficult. Who has been to the cinema this last year more than 50 times? That is a movie a week. Oh, wow.
Yes,
We
that's what we
still
want to
have
see.
people standing.
I'm happy to see all the actors and producers have been sitting down already.
Yeah.
Even they think it's a lot. Yeah? Now, to continue playing this game, I'm going to ask for the honorable members of this House, members of the European Parliament, to also sit down. And also, they were too busy to visit 50 films anyway, including some of the film representatives here. So we only have some European citizens who are really the biggest film fans. Okay, then I'm curious. There's, of course, 5 nominated LUX Award film nominations here. So I wonder, who of you has seen at least 3 of the 5 nominated films? If you have, stay standing. If you haven't, please sit down. At least 3. No, if you're already seated, you stay seated.
We
No
have people that
cheating.
want to re-enter the contest.
We saw you. And if you have seen 4 out of 5, you can stay standing. And if you have seen 5 out of 5 and rated and watched everything twice.
standing.
No,
No,
I'm kidding.
no, no, no,
I'm
no,
kidding.
no.
I'm kidding.
No.
Okay,
We
so
almost lost everyone.
we have the grand finale, I think. One more question. If you've stay standing, if you have also watched a movie at one of the LUX screenings, the dedicated screenings. Yes? Okay, there's a few people left. Then we're going to do a guesstimate question. How many LUX free screenings have been organized last year? And you can shout it out to me. And we're starting on this side. Ladies first. 90 screenings. The lady here up front, no cheating with your phone? No?
Show it. What are you looking up?
500. The lady here in the front. 300. 1,000. 50. We have a winner, I think, Hajar. You know where to go.
I
It
know
was 950, so you're the winner. The biggest cinema lover. We're coming to you.
I'm gonna find my way to you. Okay, let me do...
Hajar is taking a little detour,
Yeah, I am.
but we need to speak to you. We need to know
If we
which...
have the biggest cinema lover
We want
in
to
this
know
room...
about all the 50 films you saw this year. We have 1 more hour left.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm very excited to meet you.
Hi.
What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Alice Kanterian, and I'm from Bremen,
Okay,
Germany.
amazing, from
yes,
Germany.
Yes.
Long travels to get here today?
Yes, yesterday I arrived, and I'm leaving tomorrow, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, how does it feel to be the biggest cinema lover in the room here? I mean, you got quite some competition.
Well,
and you
I
made it.
mean, it's also part of the profession, because I'm also a film critic, so it makes it easier.
Okay.
Ah.
see?
When you attend Cannes Film Festival...
It still counts, folks. It still
Yeah,
counts.
what I
Come
saw
on.
of Venice, so you already get watch quite a lot of films.
Yeah, and I mean, as a film critic, I can imagine that movies and cinema plays a large role in your life. But what would you say in general, like, what do films mean to you?
Well, it opens doors. It gives you a possibility to enter new lives, new perspectives, to see things from a different perspectives, and to meet new people. The magic of cinema.
Yeah, I love that. I love how you say it. And I mean, the nice thing about the LUX Audience Award is, of course, also that, you know, all of us as European citizens were a part of the jury, so to say. What did that feel like for you to be a part of the jury for this award also?
I mean, I would say it's a big honor to be invited, to be here. It's the first time I'm here at the European Parliament, and to be with all of you from all over Europe coming here together. So this is what it's about,
I
right?
love it. Yeah, we can get a big round of applause for that, folks. Okay, finally, a
Yes.
very last short question. Alice, I'm so curious to hear from you because we have much more to go through in the program. What are you hoping for tonight?
I have 2 films I actually really prefer, but I don't know if it's fair.
No,
No.
You know what? After the
After.
program ends, I'm going to come up to you during the reception
Okay.
and you're going to whisper it into my ear,
Okay.
and I will know and nobody else will know.
This works.
But you have some favorites, so
Yes,
you're
I
going to be
have
on the
some
lookout
favorites,
for
yeah,
those.
yes.
Well, I would say once more, a big round of applause, everyone, for Alice. Thank you so much, our biggest cinema lover. And I would say, let's get to presenting those movies.
Yeah, so it's time to dive even deeper into the matter. We're going to present the different nominated films to you. And as Nela Riel said, we're not just watching these amazing films, it also kickstarts a conversation about who we are, where we belong to, and what values sometimes are conflicting, but we need to talk about. And that conversation is going to start right here, because after watching a clip of the nominated film, we'll also be given a short speech by one of the representatives of each nominated film.
Yeah, and we're going in alphabetical order. So first up is Christy, a film about Europe's younger generation, especially those at the margins of society, from Irish director Brendan Canty, co-produced in Ireland and the United Kingdom. So let's take a look.
4 weeks and 2 weeks and we've collected fuck all. Get up off your arse, you lazy prick.
Shut your mouth.
Who's gonna shut up for me? You?
Yeah, I will. Yeah?
Leona, get off the phone and help us. Go away, you mug. Jordan broke up with you, so I know who you're talking to. Here, there's a hand there, will ya?
You robbing shit.
No, we're collected for banning night, you clown. Just lift that pallet out for us.
I nearly have it out, Wedge. Come on.
Hey, can I have the end of your fag?
You can, yeah. Come on, what did I tell you about smoking? You have to give that shit up, man.
Lads, would you leave him alone?
See you later.
You're, Shane's brother, aren't you?
Well, I would say a big round of applause. And without further ado, I would like to invite the representative for the film, Christy. Can we get the biggest round of applause on the stage for actor Dermot Noyes, everyone? And Dermot, the stage is all yours.
Hello, hello. Oh, is it working? Yeah. Hi. Wow, what a privilege. Yeah, so this film, it's really about Christy trying to find his place in the world. And he finds his place through this amazing community that he comes across. And that's really the message of our film. That's the heart of our film. It's about finding if you find your community, one person or a community can really change a person's life. And there was a community really that was at the heart of this film. It's a place called the Cabin Studios. A lot of the kids who are now young adults were street cast from that place, and they're at the heart of the film. And the cabin really, it takes in underprivileged youths, kids who've gone through lives that I can't even imagine. And Gary McCarthy, who runs the cabin, he teaches them how to create music, write raps, lyrics, act, create art. And through that, it's almost like therapy, and it helps them empower their voices and really show the world what they've got. So really our message to what we want to get across to the European Parliament especially is to really, they should be encouraged, those kind of special creative hubs all around the world should be funded and encouraged, especially for people in areas that are not so well off, you know, because they really have amazing amounts of creativity and very special, unique voices and unique visions. And of course, I got to say, free Palestine as well. So, thank you.
Thank you so much. Dermot Noyes from Christy. Next up, we enter a different world in the film Deaf. A really touching film. If you've seen it, you would be really touched. A film about disability, communication, barriers, inclusion, and parenthood. Directed by Eva Liverdad, produced in Spain. Let's watch the clip together.
¿Es el sol el ser más poderoso del mundo? No. Porque la nube viene y tapa sus rayos. Entonces, ¿es la nube el ser más poderoso del mundo? No. Porque el viento sopla y la mueve donde quiere. Eso. Vale. Entonces, el viento es el ser más poderoso del mundo, no, que va, por mucho que, voy por aquí, por mucho que el viento sople, no puede mover la montaña.
Please join me in welcoming director Eva Liverdad.
Thank you so much. We are so thrilled to be here presenting Sorda in the European Parliament. It's our first time here, so we are really excited. It's an honor for us to be nominated among these amazing films that we love and that inspire us, and to be part of this celebration of European cinema. Sorda, Jeff, arises from this desire to explore in depth the complexity of the bond between the deaf world and the hearing world, the conflicts and confrontations, but also the love and connection. That's something that has been special in my life because my sister is deaf. My sister is Miriam Garlo, the lead actress of the film, and I have learned so much with her, and our bond shaped the way I see, I feel the world, and I'm a better person because of this bond. Llevamos más de un año.
For more than a year now, we have been promoting the film across the world. It's been a beautiful journey, because we have realized many dreams. One is that the film has become a meeting point for discussions about the film. We've also managed to reach a very diverse audience who want to put themselves into the situations that other peoples are in and to build a better future. Thinking about what is normal.
We think that the true normality is human diversity. Thank you so much.
Once more, a big round of applause, everyone, for Eva from Sorda. Thank you so much. Now, a quick reminder to everybody that should you want to access translation, just put on your headphones and go to the right channel to be able to access it, and scan the QR code if you want speech to text translation available. Now, we are moving over to our next movie, which is a powerful drama about torture, about justice, about memory in It Was Just an Accident by Iranian director Jafar Panahi, also perhaps well known in this parliament by many of you because he was the recipient of the 2012, the laureate really, of the Sakharov Prize for Freedom of Thought. We are very happy to also be able to introduce in a little bit a representative of the movie, but it's also nice to mention that this film was produced in Iran, in France, and in Luxembourg, and we have the trailer, so let's take a look.
کسخل جان این بابا صدا تو شنیده تو هر گوری باشی 2 دقیقه‌ای پیدات میکنه کون تو پاره میکنه حالا ببین شیبا خانوم تو اصلا چه شکلی به رفیق عمو سالارت اعتماد داری مطمئنی نمیفروشتتون اینی که من میبینم یه چک بخوره اسم همه رو به خط گفته تو هم واسه من بلبل شدی حق میکنی تو چیزی از حق بارت جوجه
تو چرا فقط فکر میکنی خودتی که میفهمی همه حق دارن نظر بدن
شما یکی که خیلی حق داری عروس خانم خب بالاخره سفید بخش شدی ازدواج خوب کردی فکر میکنی آمار 16 تو نداریم ما ازش پرسیدی بابا جونش چجوری راه 100 ساله رو یه شبه عین فشنگ رفت
تو چرا انقدر مثل بچه ها فکر میکنی چرا از این اون دنبال آتویی تو عقده‌هاتو سرشون خراب کنی چرا نمیخوای بزرگ شی
Yeah, we are a big round of applause indeed for It Was Just an Accident. And we are very happy that we have the co-producer of the movie in our midst. Can we have the biggest round of applause, everyone, for Philippe Martin? Philippe, welcome. The stage is all yours.
Bonjour, alors vous allez avoir
Good evening. Well, you'll have the opportunity to try out the interpretation. I'm going to be speaking French. This ceremony comes at the end of an unusual history. I'm not sure if this film has a chance of winning after today's ceremony, but the story is accompanied by a paradox, because since there was the Palme d'Or for the film, it's been around the world, and I don't think that anybody tried to get this story across through the work, the terror that's been experienced by Iranians. Hundreds and hundreds of hours and hundreds of interviews. He tried to understand the motivation. So now that the film has been seen by so many people, but it was filmed in the greatest secret, Jafar Panahi had tried to make the film, but without any possibility of obtaining appropriate authorizations. His principle was to just work out of 2 cars, so his material and the team would fit in 2 cars, so people wouldn't realize what was happening. They had the constant fear of being stopped and that the images would be taken from them. And just a couple of days before they'd finished, a team of police officers came and wanted to take the recorded images. And it was really lucky that, in fact, the police made a mistake, and instead of taking the images that were on the computer, which didn't have a backup because they were absolutely frightened that the images would be founded, the policeman actually took the camera thinking that all the images would be there. And really, it's this coincidence and the ignorance of the policeman which to which we owe the fact this film exists. So everything was done in the greatest secrecy, and this film was presented in Cannes. Only less than 20 people had been able to see the film, and from that moment the history, the story of the film changed completely, and it received the Palme d'Or. So it's very important for Jafar Panahi, who has returned to Iran, and also for me to be here today and to continue to tell you how important Jafar Panahi's commitment is. I've seen just how courageous he was, and I'm not sure if I'll have the opportunity again to see just how he is driven by his convictions and just how committed he is and fearless. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Philippe Martin, for sharing this incredible story and really enlightening us with the courage, indeed, of the director. Now, going to a totally different film, moving into a family drama about family relationships, discrimination, gender identity. I'm, of course, talking about Love Me Tender, also a beautiful film made by Anna Cazenave-Cambet, which tells the story of just the freedom of trying to be oneself. Produced in France, let's take a look.
Et là, on peut y aller comme ça? Bah oui, comme ça. Allez, vous avez 2 heures. Profitez, hein. Filez, filez.
Essaye mon Bobby, essaye mon pays.
C'est trop beau.
Où y a la qu'on a fait l'enrhumé. Essaye mon cross, essaye mon streets. Où y a la qu'on a fait l'enrhumé. Oh, yes.
Please welcome on stage producer Raphaël Deloche.
I prepared a little text. I'm going to, so thank you, first and foremost, thank you for, I'm going to switch quickly in French, it will be easier for me. So thank you, mesdames et messieurs les députés.
Members of the European Parliament, Vice President, members of the Prix LUX jury. It's a great honor for me and for us to be here in the cradle of European democracy. And it's also a great joy to know that thanks to the Lux Prize jury, that this prize circulated around Europe. Those who don't know should know that this film is adapted from a book. It's the true story of the author, Constance Dobré, and it's a feminist, uncompromising feminist book, very radical and direct. And my co-producer and me had to have it, had to see it adapted for the cinema, and we're very, the author too was very struck by the film. It was a great show. It was a different way of seeing maternity, of freedom, of way of being a woman, and she wanted to take this story and to show it to the greatest possible number of people. This story is quite straightforward and ordinary. Clément, a 40-year-old woman who is separated from her former husband, and she wants to show that she is she can have love affairs with women and wants to stop her work as a lawyer. And her husband, her former husband, is dead against this and complains that she's a bad mother and wants to deprive her of custody of the children. And the film talks about her fight. This woman, this mother, her fight to stay a mother and to stay free. And it's a fight that, unfortunately, in 2026, many women still have to fight this fight. So it's a movie about what society does to women who refuse to conform, who refuse to choose between what they love and what they are, who a film about what it costs to be oneself it's a film too which is deeply political. It talks about the violence of the patriarchy. And we're deeply grateful to the Lux Prize to have believed in this story, to have circulated around Europe and to have touched audiences all around the continent. And perhaps it may change things in some way and give people confidence. And that's the point of cinema after all. Thank you.
Once more for Raphael. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that. And finally, we move on to our final film that we are going to see, which is Sentimental Value, directed by Joachim Trier, a family story which is a true celebration of European storytelling and emotional legacy. It is co-produced in Norway, in France, in Denmark, in Germany, and in Sweden, so it really embodies that European identity. Let's watch a part of it together.
Du sa du ville snakke med mamma.
Ja. Filmen handlar om en ung kvinna, en ung mor som jag vill att du ska spela huvudrollen. Jag skrev det till dig. Det var du som ska spela den rollen.
Big round of applause for Sentimental Value. Now, we're very delighted to have the producer in the room with us today. So please give the biggest round of applause to Maria Ekerhoft. Maria, welcome. The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful to be here. We are so honored to be nominated to this prize, and on behalf of the whole Sentimental Value team, I really want to thank everybody who has seen our film throughout and who has voted for it. And it takes a village to raise a child, right? But it took Europe to make this film because, as you said, it's a real European collaborative effort, and it couldn't have been made without European financing. And when Eskil Vogt and Joachim Trier a couple of years ago went into a room to write this film, they always have the same. They've made films together for almost 30 years, and they always do the same. They lock the door and go into a room and stay there for a year and write a script. And this time they said that it felt really good to be able to shut the world out because the world is a very troubling place at the moment. And they stayed in their room for a year, coming out only to eat and see their family, and they came back with a story about family. They share their most intimate thoughts about being fathers, about being children, and about being siblings. And when we have showed this film throughout Europe and in the world in general, people always approach us and say it's a film about their family, their father, their sister, their daughter. And I think this is the really crucial thing that film can do, that we can go into a dark room and identify with completely others. And this is also the political power of film and why it's so important and a lot of value for money to invest in culture and film. It's soft power that the world needs now. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria. This is, of course, you could say the very end of the LUX Awards cycle of another year of amazing films. But a lot has, of course, been happening over the past 12 months. Especially after the films, the 5 films had been selected by the most important jury. They were subtitled. They were translated and subtitled into the 24 official EU languages. And as we heard a couple of times tonight, there were so many screenings. We already spilled the beans. 950 screenings have been organized across the EU to really foster that discussion, foster the debate, so that really we can learn something from it. We can debate about what's happening in the films. And with that, we've reached more than 120,000 people due to the LUX Audience Awards organization. So again, a big round of applause, I think, for all of the organizations making that happen.
Indeed. And as you say, actually, Dylan, in a way, all those people watching it, in the end, the film was rated and watched by members of the European Parliament and by European citizens. But there are 5 European citizens in particular that are quite special this evening because they watched and rated all the films. And through that, they won the ability to be here with us today. They are seated over here. And I would say, can we give a big round of applause to all these cinema lovers as well? Thank you so much for being here with us. Now, if you haven't gotten a good look at them, don't worry, because they will be here back with us on the stage later on. But before we go over to them, Dylan, you mentioned it, 950 LUX screenings that have taken place. Well, at least for me, it raises the question, what do those screenings look like? What were those LUX activities like? And luckily for you, we have a short clip of that. So I would say, let's take a look.
Une coproduction irano-franco-luxembourgeoise. Donc le prix Lux du public est un prix où le public, c'est-à-dire vous, décidez le gagnant.
Cinema has the power to tell stories, very important stories.
Impact between deaf community and hearing community. They were sharing the same screening, the same projection.
Co-financing and financial support to make free movies in Europe. And that's why I think this award means something special.
Something special indeed. That was Joachim Trier, of course, the director of Sentimental Value. And now, as we're nearing the climax of the award celebration, we'll have another musical piece by our 3 amazing musicians. The music you'll hear in a bit will make you travel to Argentina with another piece from Astor Piazzolla called Esqualo. So I'm having a look to see if they are ready and if you are ready for them. Please join us in welcoming back again our 3 musicians, Christophe Delporte on accordion, Ronnie Venta on saxophone, and Adrien Tiberghien on double bass.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. Give them a big round of applause once more to Christophe Delporte, Ronnie Venta, and Adrien Tiberghien. Thank you so much. Now, after seeing all those impeccable trailers, those impeccable segments of the film, hearing all the speeches from the representatives of the movies that we have, I can imagine that we are all more than excited to find out who the winner of tonight is. Of course, being nominated in and of itself makes everyone here in the room a winner with us, but we want to know the answer to the 1 million euro question, which is, what have you as citizens of Europe, alongside the members of European Parliament, decided on the question, who is the winner of the LUX Audience Award 2026? Now, I don't know about you, but at least speaking for myself and Dylan, I don't think that we can wait any longer. So to find that out, I am more than delighted to return to our Vice President, Sabine Verheijen, who will announce who the winner is to us, and she will do that accompanied and joined by one of our European citizen representatives, Marco from Italy. So I would say, without further ado, let's go over to them and give them the biggest round of applause.
To the most exciting moment of this evening, and I have to break this seal. Whoa. And the winner of the Lux Prize 2026 is Dev Sorda. Congratulations.
Please show your love for Deaf, and the award is yours. Please, Director Eva Libertad, and also please, Producer Nuria Munoz Ortiz, the trophy.
And while they hand it over, may we once more have the biggest round of applause, everyone, to the representatives of Deaf. Give them a big round of applause.
And may we now indeed invite on the stage a director of the film and producer, first and foremost, both come on stage for a quick speech. Eva Libertad and indeed Nuria Munoz Ortiz.
Oh my God, we didn't expect this award. We are, so thank you. First of all, we would like to share this award with all the films nominee because they are amazing films. And thank you to the members of European Parliament, to the European audience. I'm so excited because I'm thinking about my sister and the European deaf community and people with diversity in Europe, and we hope that this award help to promote more inclusion and accessibility policies, and that help to think together about diversity, about this concept of normality that does not exist, because, as I said before, the true normality is human diversity, and that I think I have to change to Spanish. Yes. Solo quiero decir.
I just want to say that it is very important that we continue thinking about that nobody fits into a standard. It can cause a lot of suffering to try and make people fit into a box. People just don't fit. There is a lot of diversity. So I think if we continue thinking in that way, we're losing a lot of richness in human diversity. We need to have the possibility to live, to feel, and be in contact with other ways of seeing the world. That brings us a richness and intelligence and love, and it's a human experience that everybody deserves. So thank you very much.
Please do stay with us. Please do. Thank you for those beautiful words also, saying indeed that at the very core of it and at the very heart of it is that if we are able to sort of embrace and celebrate our diversity, it makes for such a beautiful palette that we create all together. And I think we have the embodiment of that with us in the room today and here with us on the stage being celebrated. So thank you so much. Now, I would also like to invite back to the stage our chair, Nela Riel. So please also give her a big round of applause. Yes, we're going to fill the stage up a little bit, folks. We're going to make it more fun. The more, the merrier, because as I say, the more, the merrier. I would also like to bring all of our citizens' representatives with us on the stage. So please also give the biggest round of applause to Maria from Estonia, Andreas from Greece, Nuno from Portugal, Sandra from Germany, and also welcoming back Marco from Italy. Welcome back. Welcome back. Please do join us. Now, as you can see, it's getting more and more celebrative here on stage. We're getting more people, and it's for a specific reason, because being nominated for the LUX Audience Award is in and of itself already a very big accomplishment. I know it's cliche to say, but we really do mean it. The stories that we have here together, they touch hearts, they really move people, and they spark dialogues and conversations that in these times we need to have with each other more than ever. And because of that, we want to invite all the representatives of the 4 films in alphabetical order to join us on the stage.
And that's why I'd like to invite Ms. Nela Riel to come to the front, and then we're going to invite the nominees one by one to receive that other indeed really prestigious, amazing award. So without further ado, we'd first like to welcome back the representatives of the amazing film Christy, Meredith Duff and Dermot Noyes. We'll do a quick and formal photo, of course. Thank you so much. Again, Christy.
Thank you so much. Now we move on to the representatives of the next movie, which is It Was Just an Accident. Can we get a big round of applause, everyone, for co-producer Philippe Martin? And Philippe, come join us up on the stage as well. And indeed, as they put on their brightest smiles for a quick picture, I'm going to ask you to once more give a big round of applause to the representatives of It Was Just an Accident. Thank you so much.
Next up is Love Me Tender. Please, Raphaël Deloche and Rachel Kahn. Love Me Tender.
And now, last but not least, we go over to the movie Sentimental Value. May we have the biggest round of applause for producer Maria Ekerov. And as Maria makes her way to the front. We have our citizens representative and our chair, Nela Ril, ready again for the handover of the nomination award and a quick picture. So while they take it, give them a big round of applause. Once more, the representative of Sentimental Value.
And may I invite the rest back for one final group picture. And if you may, can we have Def in the middle with the award? Please. Take the center stage. You have deserved it. Dear European film fanatics, your nominees and winner, 2026.
And a standing ovation indeed is very well deserved. A big round of applause for everybody. Now, please remain on the stage with us for a second. Now, to all of you, I would like to say, please remain with us on the stage for a second. As we quickly wrap up, you will also all receive flowers from our citizens' representatives, so those will be handed over right away, because as we're doing that, we are also coming to the end of this year's ceremony. And while we do that, we really want to thank each and every one of you for being here in the room with us, whether you're watching at home, online, or whether you're here. The presence of each and every one of you really underlines the importance of European cinema and the impact that films can have on the world and on each other. So we want to thank all the citizens of Europe, our members of the European Parliament who watched and rated all the films, as well as the partners of the European Parliament, so the European Film Academy, the European Commission, Europa Cinemas Network, and also a really big thank you, and if we can get a big round of applause to everyone behind the scenes that has worked so hard to make all of this possible. Please give them the biggest round of applause. And that also includes, of course, all the interpreters that we have. You can see them all around us who are working so hard to make this event accessible in 24 languages available to all of you.
Now, if you want to watch the winning film, Def, there will be a special screening organized within 15 minutes from now, and just outside the info point at the Esplanade. So don't forget about that if you still want to see it, maybe again.
Yeah, and with that, we are reaching the end of the LUX Audience Award 2026. It has been our greatest honor to be able to be your host on this extraordinary evening. So thank you so much. You can exit the same way that you came in and just go back with the stairs to the second floor to exit the building if you wish.
Let's remain proud on what we have here in Europe, this creativity, the democracy, the freedom. Let's celebrate this. Keep the lights on, keep celebrating European cinema, and see you next year.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh.